Hello my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Ash Gray version. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time we helped out this nice little family here to find the Crystal Onyx, and then restore their shop back to where it was before when their grandpa owned it. In today's episode, we're going to continue our adventure and move on to a couple more islands, which I'm actually really looking forward to. Make sure you guys give this video a like, and we can keep on going here with our adventure in the Orange Islands. Now, as I mentioned to you guys before, it is just following a linear progression, so we're kind of just going from island to island to island. I still haven't caught up in the anime, so I'm still kind of just jumping into things and just guessing what the heck's gonna happen. So I do really appreciate all the comments you guys have left me. It makes it so much more fun and so much easier to, you know, have people like you guys who know what the heck you're doing tell me what I should do and give me some hints and tips along the way. Now, let's see where the heck we're going. We're at Pinkin Island. And what are these whirlwind looking things? They push you away when you actually go into them. If you guys have ever played Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, they actually have little whirlwinds like this, and it looks very, very similar. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to try to make my way through here. As you can see, there seems to be a little bit of a path. Yeah, this is taking us definitely somewhere. What the fudge? Okay, it just pushed me all the way back out. So I'm going to have to loop all the way back in. I think we have to go through this little maze to make our way to Pinkin Island. Pinkin Island. That sounds really familiar. I don't know why. That just sounds like we've been there before, or it reminds me of something. But come on, let's go ahead and go down here. Maybe this time I won't slip out. There we go. We're almost there. I'm pretty sure I can see the way up right down there now that we have the rock climbing kit. And with that, guys, I believe we have made it to Pinkin Island. So very freaking cool. Let's go ahead and climb to the top of the surface then. And hey, what's up? Oh, wow, look. There's a pink Rhyhorn. What the fudge? Okay. Hey, what's up? Does he want to play? What the fudge? The guy just tried to ram us off the cliff. Okay, well, that's not a friendly little guy. What do we have over here? We got a Psyduck. Well, that's pretty cool. We have a Marowak. We have a Diglett. We have a Drowsy. So I guess we have a bunch of different pink Pokemon. I think they're shiny. No. Some of them aren't shiny. Oh, I think I know where we are.
What? A Rhyhorn chased you and it fell off the mountainside? I have to save it right away. Don't worry, I know how to handle it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure this is that island with the berries that turn the Pokemon pink. If you guys ever watch the anime, I think they give Pikachu like some of these berries, and then all of a sudden his cheeks turn from red to pink. I thought it was a pretty cool episode. I think that was one of the first times they showed Pokemon that were a different color. You know, eventually in the games they have shinies, but in the anime, to see a Pokemon that was different, you were just like, whoa! I think one of the first ones they ever showed was that Butterfree that, you know, was gonna go and mate with Ash's Butterfree, and you were just like, what the fudge? They're different colored Pokemon? And then I guess you saw these on the Pink Island, or Pinkin Island, and I guess there were more than, you know, normally appear throughout the anime. With that, guys, we're done here in Pinkin Island, so that was just a quick little nothing to do there. I guess she just wanted to give us a Pekka Berry, and not much else left to do, so let's keep on going. So it looks like these islands are just gonna have a bunch of episodes from the show as we go along, which is pretty cool. I kind of dig it. I don't know when the heck we are going to get to the next gym. I guess I thought for a second that the Orange Islands were going to be a little bit shorter, and we were just going to go from gym to gym. But I guess in the anime, it was kind of like a full season, so there are going to be a lot of in-between things we have to do, which I'm okay with because it makes the game a little bit longer, and it makes it a little more enjoyable.
As the lead archaeologist in this mission, I can tell you that the main reason we've come here is to learn everything we can about the habitat of the extinct Pokemon Kabuto. We're about to set off to explore the cave.
Okay, so they believe there's a dome fossil in the cave. I'm pretty sure we already have a dome fossil, or we have some sort of fossil. If you guys remember when Charizard evolved, we actually fell down that little cave, and there were a bunch of different fossils and Pokemon there that we could find. Leave this island. Heed the ancient prophecy. When the scavengers arrive, the moon will glow. The land itself will vanish and be swallowed by the sea. If you disturb this land, you will cause great horror. Okay, guys, I kind of don't want to be around here then, if it means that some horrific things are going to happen on this island. But you know what? We're, you know, 10-year-old Ash. What is Ash going to do in this place? We're going to go ahead and run right in and see if we can turn this prophecy true. It appears to be the fossilized remains of Kabuto. It seems the whole wall is made of dome fossils. Yeah, we'll take one. Why not? Well, what's the worst that could happen? You know, the island turns all horrific and all these things start happening and, oh, you know, the end of the world on this island, not a big deal, you know, not that big of a deal. What the fudge is going on with these Kabutos in the wall? They're alive? What the fudge? How'd they come to life? I thought you had to put the fossils in that time machine thing for them to be revived. Okay, well, that's really strange. That is really freaking weird. Let's go ahead and head outside then, and maybe we'll figure out something that is going on here.
Oh no, it's the Kabuto! The whole foundation of the island is built upon the dormant Kabuto fossils. Now that we've disturbed them, they're all fleeing into the ocean! The whole island is sinking!
Oh, mother fudger. Well, isn't that a good thing for us? That we at least are lucky enough to have a nice little Pokemon like our Lapras to be able... How do we get out of here then? Wait, what the fudge? The island's floor is sinking. Are we drowning? No. Okay, we didn't pull a Titanic yet, guys. We're good to go. We can actually surf out of here now, and it seems like the island is completely sinking to the ocean. So now the island is completely gone. That is kind of terrifying, the fact that an island could just disappear like that. But we're going to continue surfing on like nothing happened to us. And we have arrived on another island. What the fudge is this island? I don't know. Let's head inside then. Hello there, so you're interested in boarding my showboat, I take it? It's a very short trip, but it's not the destination that matters, but the journey. The live Pokemon shows we run aboard the ship are the main attraction. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and buy a show pass then? I guess this guy's gonna take us on a boat ride. That's kinda cool. I mean, I don't mind not having to surf around and deal with trainers. Hopefully we get a nice little, movie, show, dinner. That would be kinda lovely. That is something I could definitely, dig, definitely try out. Alright, so there are trainers here who are bored who do want to challenge us, so we will probably have to be taking those guys on. But you know what? As of now, I'm just going to relax and enjoy a little bit of this boat ride. Guys, I actually heard this quote earlier, which I wanted to share with you. And you too, Nurse Joy, because I know you appreciate it. I thought it was something relatable. It goes, if you address every challenge in life under the assumption that everything always works out in the end, it usually does. And I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty good mentality. In the Orange Islands, we've been going up against a lot of different weird, diverse things. And, even though Ash is a little bit dumb and kind of a terrible trainer, the dude never gives up. And I thought it's a good mentality to have. I guess we all go through tough things, but if you keep a positive outlook, you can definitely make it through it. And I think that's definitely something that, I personally need to work on, and I think it's a really good mentality to have, no matter what's going through in life. It looks like all these trainers are here, guys. There was a little show or something going on, which is pretty freaking cool. I don't know why they're staring at a wall. It's like the Blair Witch Project. Like, if you've ever seen that movie, it was absolutely terrifying, and I think the scariest part was, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the Blair Witch movie. If you haven't, I highly suggest you watch it. If you have, you probably know what it was. But the scariest part, I would say, you see how those three guys are looking at the wall? There's this part where I think they're looking for the Blair Witch. And, it's one of those camera ones, one of those real-life found footage ones. And the guy, runs downstairs, and he's just, looking around, and he sees his friend just staring at the wall. And he's like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing?" And the guy's just staring at the wall in the creepiest way possible, because apparently the only way the Blair Witch can get you is if your back is turned to her or something, so she makes you stare at the walls. This is giving me chills thinking about it, by the way. I'm checking behind myself and stuff, and then all of a sudden the dude's camera drops and you don't know what the heck happened. Terrifying, I know. So maybe this girl we're battling here with the Raichu is secretly the Blair Witch, and she has all these people under control. You never know. You never know what could be happening in the Pokemon universe. I mean, there are little animals running around that can electrocute each other. Who the freaking heck knows what they could be doing? Alright, with that, guys, Pikachu's hit with Recoil, but we have gone ahead and took down the Raichu. We gained a bunch of experience, and we are ready to continue on. We're actually a lot stronger than some of the Pokemon we've been battling, which is pretty cool with me. I just never expected us to be that out leveling other Pokemon because of how high the levels were in the Pokemon League. I'm actually going to go ahead and forget, I don't know, let me see. I think I'm going to forget Thunderwave? I think Thunderwave would probably be the best one we can forget. We don't use it that much, and our Pokemon have a, Pikachu already has a chance of paralyzing them, so I'm okay with just that. I think Iron Tail's a really good move, too. So let's continue on. We defeated Pokemon Breeder K.
She's not afraid anymore, apparently.
And with that, guys, we have, defeated her. She's not scared. Her Raichu wants to perform now in the show. But who are these? TM16. Okay, very cool, very cool. Let's go ahead and talk to these people, then. Clefable, I cannot stay. I'm gonna see how far. Oh, okay, so these guys are the ones performing the show. I was wondering why the heck the Pokemon were on stage talking by themselves. I thought something really strange was going on, but I wasn't too sure. This explains it a whole lot more. Now I know that it's people doing it, not the Pokemon talking. For a second, I thought they were kind of like Meowth. They somehow learned how to talk. With that, guys, how about, Nurse Joy, how about you don't just heal, up our Pokemon? How about you heal up our broken hearts from all the other Nurse Joys? Okay, I think we're going to have to battle these trainers, so let's go ahead and take them on. Pretty easy. I'm just going to keep battling through all these guys, so let's whoop this guy too. All right. This is going pretty well. Let's just keep it rolling. This is some pretty good experience. I'm actually going to switch Pokemon, though, because this guy looks like one of the rock types. I'm going to put Bulbasaur up in front, and now we are ready to take him on. Wow, that was actually a very short battle. These are not long at all. Let's take her on, too. Charizard is listening to us. I don't think that's really happening, though. Okay, so with that, guys, we have defeated every single trainer on here. I don't think there's anything left for us to do. I'm going to go ahead and heal up one more time. Hey, Nurse Joy, you trying to... All right, no? Okay, well, thank you for healing up my Pokemon. I hope you enjoy your time on this boat. If you're ever back in Pallet Town, hit me up. You know where I live. Probably... Nope, you probably don't know. We have 2 houses. Not that hard to find. There's like 3 houses in all of Pallet Town. It's a very small town with a population of like 10 people. Not that big. I think you can find me. See you later. And with that, guys, we've arrived in Kino Island. What the heck is this? Kino Island. Misty's over there. We're gonna battle Marina. Let's take her on then. What the heck? Okay, this is really weird, but let's talk to Misty then.
I'm so excited, my Psyduck finally evolved. I was battling Marina because she's a water trainer like I am and wanted to see who the better trainer was. Then when I went to call my Psyduck to battle, my brand new Golduck appeared. It's so strong too, it beat Marina.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and rematch her. So here we go, Rodri versus Misty. Let's go ahead and take her on, our good old friend Misty, which I think we might still owe a bike to. Maybe not. Maybe not. Does Ash ever give her back a bike? I don't remember. I think he probably does pay her back with a bike. Don't remember exactly. I also don't remember her Psyduck evolving. I don't know if her Psyduck ever does evolve. So what the heck is going on here? I really don't remember that. Golduck, though. I remember when I was young, and I remember watching the TV show where it would show the Psyduck having these insane powers. I was like, whoa, man, Psyduck has to be this crazy strong Pokemon. And, like, imagine if he could control them. And then I remember seeing Golduck, and I was like, whoa, Golduck must be one of the strongest Pokemon because of how cool he looks. I didn't realize, you know, it's just a psychic type, and that's what these crazy powers are. You know, same thing goes for Togepi. I didn't realize they had all these powers because of that. I thought there was going to be some magical, crazy backline story behind them. I didn't, you know, realize they were just, like, psychic, and they had some really cool moves, and that, you know, psychic in, you know, Gen 1 was pretty OP. So that's what was going on. I was just like a kid thinking that these Pokemon had some crazy magical things going on behind the scenes that they were eventually going to explore. Didn't turn out like that, but we have defeated swimmer Misty.
How could my new Golduck lose?
You tell me, Misty, you tell me.
Well, I might not beating you, but at least I got a brand new Golduck. Okay, Golduck, return your Pokeball.
What the fudge? Okay.
Oh no, that Golduck must have been a wild Pokemon. I had dropped Psyduck's Pokeball in the lake, and when I went to pick it up, Golduck jumped out.
Oh, mother fudger, she confused her Psyduck with another Golduck? Okay, well, that makes a whole lot of sense. See you later, Misty. You are a fantastic trainer, not being able to, you know, tell your Pokemon apart. Let's see if Marina has anything.
Even though the Golduck she battled with was wild, it still proves what a great trainer Misty is. She was able to control a wild and untrained Pokemon without catching it. That takes real skill.
You know, I've only caught, like, a bunch of Pokemon. Next time, guys, we will continue on this weird little island. Make sure to give this video a like. So if you have any tips, leave me in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.